Hello and welcome. No, Bigfoot fell over. Hello and welcome to another episode of Moose's Gear Goo Review. I'm Moose, and today we got a knife review. And that is of one I've been waiting a lot for, and that is this one, the Benchmade Bugout. Just kidding, it's the Mini. See how I did that? Boom, magic. This is the Benchmade Mini Bugout, guys. And I am super stoked because it's smaller, and smaller things sometimes is better. I don't know. I'm sure it is somewhere. All right, but let's get into the specs of this because this knife is exciting. The overall length of this is 6.5 inches. The blade length is 2.82 inches long. The cutting edge is 2.75 inches. The blade width from cutting edge to spine is 0.87 inches wide, and the blade thickness is 0.09 inches thick. The handle length is 3.71 inches long. The handle width is the same as the blade width, so 0.87 inches wide, and then the handle thickness is 0.42 inches thick. The overall weight of this guy is 1.5 ounces, an ounce and a half on the weight for this, which is sweet. That is awesome. I mean, this is as light as I think you can get without, and still have a decently working knife. Now, if I remember correctly, the original Bugout, which compared to the size looks, substantially larger, this was 1.8 ounces. This is like a quarter of an ounce lighter, and smaller and more compact. So maybe this is like 1.89 ounces, I think. I mean, I was amazed when this was found to be under 2 ounces. So even at a lightweight knife like this, it's basically the exact same design, shape and design, just smalled out, except for the pocket clips are the same. So that's interesting. Yeah. Cool. Anyways, enough about the Bugout. And guys, I literally just got this the other day, so it's not totally broken in, but I did carry it around, and So let's go into it. So overall blade shape, awesome blade shape, definitely a classic drop point, which is a very practical blade shape that has a lot of utility and versatility for everyday tasks, as well as like taking it out in the woods. You do have that swedge up top. It is a flat ground blade, plain edge. There's a ricasso there for sharpening, and just excellent. The model number is 533, I believe. Yep. So that's that. You got your logo there. And on the other side, you have S30V, so it is an S30V blade. And just satin finish. No jimping on the spine, and you have these cool anodized orange thumb studs. They look pretty sweet. It is a little disappointing that the color doesn't match the orange of the handle scales, but that is okay because it still gives it a little pop. So, and it functions well. So you either have the thumb stud deployment, or you can try to do it. I'm still breaking this in, and I might actually take it apart and clean it up to really make this thing fly. That being said, all the other existing hardware is blacked out, including the pocket clip. You have the titanium lock bar like on the other one, and then you have a partial liners in there, mostly for the strength and rigidity of the axis lock, as well as the jimped portion up here. Go to the handle, exact same design as far as handle-wise, with the same kind of diamond texture pattern there. It is flow-through construction, which also helps lighten the weight, not having a backspacer. And then you also have those barrel spacers that are chromed out orange as well. And then you have one of those nice looking lanyard holes. It is slightly smaller than the other one, and I was really impressed with this one because you can put a carabiner through there, and if you got the right carabiner, you'll also be able to do that as well. if not easily fits paracord. Definitely one of the best things to come out of Benchmade is their new fold over deep carry clip, and no complaints here because I do love this clip. And there you have it, guys. Like, honestly, it's the exact same thing, just a little bit smaller and tighter. I will say, if I'm doing a full grip, it is a stretch to get part of my pinky on there. If I kind of just adhere to the main kind of cutout area for it, it's more of a 3-finger grip. But nevertheless, I know I'll be able to get work done with this, and I do appreciate the smaller size and weight. Now, as far as who do I think this knife is designed for, a lot of people had issue having a knife called the Bugout when it didn't look very tactical when it first came out. And so a lot of people are like, oh, why do you call the Bugout when it doesn't look all tactical? Because you can't bug out with it. So Benchmade did the right thing and put it into more of a tactical gray man color. And then people are like, okay, now I get it. Well, honestly, I think part of the design, and Benchmade, maybe we'll find out later, they designed this as just a lightweight EDC that would also work good for backpacking. And that is why the mini size is such a huge, exciting development for me, because I'm a backpacker, and in backpacking, you got to carry everything. And so ounces count. And so the lighter you can go, the better off you are. And for some people, there's backpacking, there's lightweight backpacking, and then there's ultralight backpacking. And I did a video a while ago, and I'll link it in the upper right-hand corner on what are the best lightweight backpacking knives. And I think this is going to be up there as a contender for one of them, especially the lighter size. I know that the full-size Bugout took second place in that battle, and now we got a smaller one, and it'll be exciting to see how it competes. But seriously, like, the only thing is ultralight backpackers tend not to carry a blade, but I think there would be some that would like to carry a designated cutting tool with them if it was light enough. And at 1.5 ounces, there's really no reason not to carry a good pocket knife at this weight and size. Okay, that being said, let's compare it to some other knives in similar sizes. We got the FR. We got the Pete. A little bit bigger and chunkier there. What else do we got? Heck, we'll compare it to the original Bugout, and we'll also compare it to the Atmos. That thing just flies. So there you have it, guys. As far as blade length wise, they're all pretty similar. They look about just over 2¼ inches in blade length for these first three. Obviously, the Bugout's going to be the big daddy of them all. And then surprisingly, the Atmos actually has a solid 3-inch blade. So handle length wise, all similar with the first three, and vice versa with the other two. So there you have that. Going into the blade stock. The FR is just ever so slightly maybe thinner, but honestly pretty similar. But definitely can feel the weight difference with these thicker contoured G10 handle scales and stuff. It all adds up. Going into the Pete's blade stock is just a beast for how small it is. Very similar in size. Weight is just a little bit more. I think 2.5 ounces, 1.5 ounces, so an ounce difference. This is the one where the weight actually is very similar. Blade stock is the same. Handle thickness is about the same, I believe, but you can barely tell the weight difference. And that's maybe something to consider if it's only, 1/4 ounce difference. You might just want that extra ounce of length and handle. This is an interesting battle. Slightly larger knife with the Atmos, but the Atmos is also very lightweight. I don't have the weight on it right now, but it'd be interesting comparison later. And it looks like a slightly thicker blade, but two very good lightweight knives. All right, so so there's that comparison. The last thing is our ugly brown glove test. And here we are. So the Gravity, this is a Gravity texture, same material as the original. I do like how bright this orange is, and once again, for backpacking or even hunting use at that matter, having that pop of color, that bright orange, you're not going to lose it in the foliage of the wilderness, or at least you shouldn't. I lost a golf frisbee once as this color disappeared. I swear it. I threw it like 3 miles away. I must have. Anyways, yeah, the grip texture is there. You can find the thumb studs and definitely open it. Actually locks in pretty well. It's solid. And then finding those access pins, they're sharp enough. This isn't smooth enough for me to fully close it, but I can definitely open it. There is a little bit of stick on the access pin, but I think if I clean it up, it'll do it. And there's it feels a little bit of a grind almost on the access lock pin when I close it. But I'm going to try to clean it up and see if that makes it go away. On that, guys, another solid, awesome knife. I think the price of this when I got it was around $119 for the orange model. I know they have a black and white model as well. And they call that the Storm. Well, people are calling it the Stormtrooper version. But I prefer the orange and black. Or the orange with black hardware and satin blade. Just because I don't want to lose my knives in the woods. So does it pass? Yes. What do I give it? I'll give it a B. Good job. Alright guys, so that brings us to the end of the video. Definitely check this knife out. Especially if you're a backpacker looking for a good quality S30V blade steel. It'll hold up, American made, solid built, and yeah, it's a good one. 2 thumbs up for me. So like, comment, and subscribe. Check out these other videos, and let me know what is your favorite color combo for the Bugout, and do you think they'll actually make more colors for them? Because that's what I'm waiting for. I want some other colors, and I do want a Bugout in 20 CV. Alright guys, so thank you. And yeah, I'll see you guys outside. Stay safe.